Hello, Jack.
Hi, how are you
Hi,
doing?
nice to meet you.
Nice to see you again.
Yeah, I'm on duty tonight,
Oh, you at work?
which means so no, actually, I'm taking my shift tonight.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
on duty for 48 hours, so my duty ends 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. And you see, I just did a round at our inpatient wards, and it's pouring outside. The rain is
Wow.
really heavy right now, so I'm worried, in case something happens tonight. Okay,
You,
so
you mean what, like flood or
it's
something?
yeah,
Oh.
flood because you see, our hospital is at the foot
Hmm.
of a national forest. So if
Oh,
whenever there is heavy rain, there will be
a flood.
floods. Yeah. So I'm quite worried that, something emergency, some emergency might happen tonight. If
Uh,
if it did happen, yeah. Okay. So I think I will barely have
any
any
sleep.
sleep tonight. Yeah.
Yeah, well, let's pray to Lord that nothing happens because it's just
Yeah. So
disastrous.
I brought an apple, with me this morning.
Hmm.
Because you see, apple in Chinese is ping, ping, which had the same pronunciation of safety. So apple for lucky,
Oh,
for
yeah.
safety.
I mean, you
So
mean the real apple
yeah,
that you eat?
yeah, real apple. Yeah, I brought an apple, and I went to the gym, after work, and
Hmm.
I take a bath, and I went to a dinner tonight, and then I did a round at the inpatient wards,
Hmm.
and I just came back into my office several minutes ago,
Doing all
and
that. Now you must
it's
be tired.
very
You need some sleep now.
yeah.
So the apple, what happens to the apple? You eat them or you just keep it with you? So that as a symbol
Yeah,
of.
you see, yeah, I didn't have time to sleep it. Yeah,
Uh,
you see, because I just came back. Yeah, maybe after class, yeah, I will do an apple.
okay,
In
okay.
case, yeah, in hope that
Everything
everything's be
is
fine
fine,
tonight.
right? So how many days in a week you work
Yeah.
overnight? Night shifts. You
Because
do
you
that
see,
often?
all of our management, you see, how can I say? Because I'm right now in the middle rank of
Okay.
the
Mid
management
management.
staff.
Okay.
Can you understand me if I say the middle rank?
Yeah, yeah. In the middle tier.
Like a super, yeah, like middle
Manager,
tier, like
supervisor.
a director, yeah,
Right.
director. Yeah, so we take turns to
Mm.
the cover the shift. So maybe 2 months once in 2 months. Yeah,
Oh, that's
maybe
not
less
bad.
than
One,
2 months.
one night in two
Yeah.
months. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so everybody take turns.
Right.
So if you are, unlucky, okay, so your
Mm.
shift might be you see during some long holidays like
Uh,
you see a Christmas holiday in the USA or the New Year,
yeah.
holiday in China.
You don't want
Yeah,
to
which
be in the
usually
hospital during the holidays. Yeah.
yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Usually we have a 7 day holiday, you see, for the New Year,
Right.
for the New Year festival. So if
So
your
that's when is that? In
shift,
November, December, is it not? Or March, April when?
mostly January and
Yeah,
February.
okay, yeah. January, February.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, we take 3 days off on January the 1st, and you see the Lunar New Year in
Hmm.
China.
Hmm.
It depends. It differs every year, so there is not a certain date for that New Year festival.
And if
Yeah,
the
but
weekend
it's
is there, you
roughly
combine with that and you get a full week or something. Yes. Okay.
7 days. So if you are so unlucky to take your shift during the long holiday, okay, yeah. You see,
Yeah.
my partner, I have a partner in my office, and my partner just take the shift yesterday, and actually he take the shift for twice
Okay.
in total. Okay, so the first time he takes the shift, he lost a patient, so he spent whole night looking for the patient everywhere.
Wow.
he he called the police, he called the security in the
Oh,
hospital,
I
and
thought I thought the
he,
patient
yeah.
died. You said he lost a patient. I'm like, okay.
Yes. Okay. Lost. Yeah. Yeah. Lost has double meanings. Yeah. He lost a
Also, the
patient,
patient just
which
got
means
up
his
and
patient
left
was missing.
without telling
Yeah.
anybody.
The patient. Yeah. And finally, when we finally found when he okay when he finally found the
Hmm.
patient was sleeping in the hotel. He
What?
says, it was too noisy in the inpatient ward because you see there are generally two or three persons in each ward.
Wow.
Okay, so this patient, yeah, he has how can I say, his
Sleep disorder.
sleep is
That's
not that
strange. I
tough.
never heard that.
Yeah,
He went out from the
yeah,
hospital and went checked in a hotel, huh? To sleep.
yes. So yeah, he might he might be easily disturbed by others during sleep. So he said he thought that why didn't you see check in a hotel nearby the hotel. So he just did that. And when our nurse found him missing, so the nurse called my partner, and then
Hmm.
my partner went to the ward to look for the patient with the nurse, the doctor, okay, the
Oh my God.
security
Yeah.
members, the staff in my hospital, and then they they still cannot find him, so they called the police. Okay, so the police checked his ID number.
Uh-huh.
So the record showed that he was you see he checked in the hotel. Okay,
Yeah.
so the patient was found finally.
Well, you guys, that's strange. Don't you guys?
And and yesterday, yeah, and yesterday when he took the shift,
Uh,
okay, so the families of the patients, they just fight with each other. They fought with the security members
hmm.
in a
Uh-oh.
okay, yeah, the test report,
Hmm.
the test results in time. So, because you see, every patient, if the patient is going to receive, how can I say, invasive
Hmm.
surgery, like surgery or
Hmm.
invasive, how can I say, check,
Hmm.
maybe?
Hmm.
Yeah, you can say test. Invasive, which means you have to, get the blood, tissue,
Right.
or maybe even to cut the patient open in
Right.
some places.
Hmm.
So when you have to receive such treatment or medical checks, so you have to have a negative COVID-19 report.
Right.
So generally, if you take your samples, during the morning half
Hmm.
of the day, you can get the reports back,
On the same
generally
day.
at
In,
3 o'clock.
okay.
Yeah, the 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock p.m. But yesterday, the testing machine has gone wrong, has gone bad. So which means the patients and their families COVID-19 reports cannot come out timely.
Yeah.
So the the family members, they are I can understand their thoughts. They are so worried, and they are so in a how can I say, in a hush, um
They were
how
tensed
can I say,
basically.
anxious maybe.
They were
Yeah,
tensed. Yeah.
anxious.
Anxious. Yeah.
Yeah, they want to have their reports so
Right.
that they can escort their families
Right.
to the operating room to be
Hmm.
their
Hmm. It's
families
natural. Yeah.
company during the wards. Yeah, but if they don't have the reports timely, they cannot go into the
Right.
inpatient ward.
Right.
Okay, so that is the question. That is the root of the conflict between the patient's families and our security staff. So
Right.
my
Right.
partner,
Mhm.
my partner was called upon to to settle
To
the
handle the
conflict.
situation there.
So
Okay.
yeah, to handle the situation, to address the situation. So he told me this morning that he didn't have any sleep during 3 o'clock this morning. and,
Right.
and the patients, their families was so angry that they just can't let him go because they are worried that if my partner, if he goes,
What happens?
so
Yeah.
yeah, who else would help them solve the situation, solve the problem? So they
Well,
just
they had reason. Yeah,
don't
they had
want
their
him to
reasons
go.
to get upset.
Yeah,
I can see.
they circled him up and just won't let him go.
Right.
So yeah,
That's
I've taken my shift several times. During the previous
mhm.
shifts, nothing happened.
It all
So
went
I
smoothly. Yeah,
hope
that's good.
tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope so tonight.
Yeah,
You
I
see,
hope so too. Because if it starts raining now, hopefully by the time people get into trouble, it's gonna be after today, which is tomorrow morning. So you're not gonna probably get the hit. It takes a little time to,
yeah.
get flooded and get affected and all that stuff. So yeah. So yeah.
Yes, yes.
So are you? You're not okay. You
So
yeah.
yeah, there are actually many interesting things happening in the hospital.
Right.
Yeah. You see people um people joke, you know, you know, uh very frequently about the relationship between ladies and gentlemen because you see especially for surgeons, you see
Okay.
they okay, they are so accustomed to seeing patients naked on
Right.
the operating table.
Right.
So you know, when you see, when you, how can I say, when you lose your conscious
Yeah.
because you are, how can I say,
You're
put down by the
patient by the
drug,
drug. Yeah.
by your,
Anesthesia.
yeah, yeah, by drug, yeah, anesthesia, especially by your anesthesias.
Hmm.
So you won't, you won't know, what your surgeons are talking about to the
Right.
nurses.
Right.
Because you see, you know, when there was no COVID-19 thing,
Hmm.
I often, take our foreign experts to visit our operating rooms
Hmm.
to guide them to see the operations we are doing.
Hmm.
So yeah, I might listen to some dialogues happening in the OR.
Hmm.
So which you see, it's often, related to the to that thing between ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, doctors,
It happens. Yeah.
surgeons would treat that.
Colleagues talking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Surgeons just use this way of joking about how can I say, joking about the relationship,
Hmm.
as a way to release your pressure,
Tension. Yeah. It's just
yeah,
yeah
to
to break the ice
ease
and
the
kind of
tension,
yeah. So
yeah, to break the ice, yeah,
yeah,
something like that.
that's what happens here too. Like if I know when I go to the doctors, I had dental problems, so I went to the dentist and stuff. So all the doctors, they would chat up and they would talk to you and all that stuff, and while they were working on you, you know what I'm saying? So it doesn't really, our doctors know how to ease the tension of the patients and stuff. Not it doesn't,
Hmm.
not all the doctors in every country know how to do that, but that's a skill that the doctors, and of course the internal jokes with the colleagues and stuff too. So that
Yeah.
but yeah, the patient running off to hotel, that's the first. That's I never I have never heard
Interesting.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
And don't you guys have like
It's really
cameras in your
ridiculous.
hospital? CC cameras?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do have the cameras because so you see, when this kind of thing happens,
Mm,
you see, we turn to our security members,
right.
to our security staff, for help. So my partner, he and the security staff, they checked all the cameras inside our hospital,
Hmm.
and after they check in, the cameras, they found that the patient was out of the hospital. So that's why they called,
Call the
the
cops.
police for help. Yeah, because they are, how can I say,
Yeah, that
they
was
were
not a good thing to
convinced
do. I
that the
mean, the
patient
patient was there because he was a patient, right? I
was
mean,
not in.
well, what if he needed some
Yeah.
assistance in the middle of the night? He wouldn't have gotten it in the
Uh-huh.
hospital. I mean,
Yeah.
in the
He didn't
hotel.
tell. Yeah. He didn't.
Tell
He
anybody.
didn't tell anybody.
Yeah, because if anybody
Yeah. He didn't
knew,
tell
nobody would let
anybody.
him go. He knows that.
Yeah. And also, he didn't tell his families.
Wow,
So nobody knows where he
that
went.
that's risky.
So
What is that? An
just
old
imagine.
person or
Yeah.
something,
Just
or
imagine that.
something? Somebody who's
Yeah. Just imagine that if the patient, there is a stroke
yeah,
or some heart attacks
yeah.
happens,
Nobody would. I mean,
yeah,
would
he
know.
might, he might, yeah, he might lose his life,
That's
you know.
crazy. No, that's
So
what I'm saying. That's what I tell my family too. Like,
it's
keep
kind of a,
keep everybody
yeah,
informed where you are at all times. Sometimes kids go
yeah,
outside and don't tell. And we did that in our times. We go out and we
yeah,
don't tell our parents where we're going, right? So that's very dangerous. I mean,
mm,
you know, should be informed where you're going and where you're going to spend your time, who are you with, and all that stuff, because you never know what's going to happen the next moment. So that
yeah, yeah,
family
definitely.
members or friends
So
can circle back.
yeah, yeah. So I always, say to my son and my
Mm.
daughter that, you see, if you want to play with other kids,
That's
if you
okay. Just
want
tell
to
me.
run with them,
Yeah,
yeah, play with kids, you must, let me know.
yeah.
And you must keep yourself, inside, in my eyesight,
Informed.
within my eye,
Yeah.
yeah, keep me
Stay within
informed,
my
and
eyesight.
you
Yeah.
have to, yeah, stay in my eyesight. I have, I have to see you,
Yeah.
and I have to know what you are doing, because you see, my son just, broke his leg like 3 months ago.
Mm.
He was playing with his with other kids,
Mm.
and there was a little bicycle, falling down to the ground, and he didn't see it, so he just ran there, and he, jumped into the bicycle,
Oh,
so broke his leg.
damn.
So that's why later I told my son, so that is why I always told you that you have to stay in my eyesight.
How old is he now?
You have to let me know. 8.
Okay.
He's 8.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, even the
He's
grown-ups,
some.
even the grown-ups, you're going somewhere. Your husband doesn't know, so he doesn't know when to expect you back, right? I mean, if you're late,
Yes,
if something
definitely.
happened with you and stuff. So it is a good idea to kind of inform a family member
Yeah.
or a friend or colleague,
Yeah.
whatever you are, because this world is not safe anymore
Yeah.
as it used to be.
Yes.
So
You see, if I have to take a taxi, in very late night, I would text my husband.
yeah, yeah,
I would let him know, I was on a text, or I would, make a phone call to him, you
absolutely,
know, yeah, to make sure the driver listens to my phone call.
exactly.
So, yeah, I bet
Minimizes the risk.
he would, yeah, do nothing, harmful, because,
Yeah.
you know, there is there there is
There are lots of crazy
many
people I know.
cases,
Yeah,
yeah, accidents, you see. When you have a daughter, I think you will, yeah, you will understand what I'm
oh
talking
yeah,
about.
oh yeah. Now I am
Yeah.
overprotective. I am overprotective about everybody
Oh,
in my
yeah.
family. You know,
Mhm.
very much overprotective.
Yeah.
I'm a bit different than other parents too. I mean, I would not just sit back and relax watching my daughter go somewhere
Mhm.
or without informing me and stuff. It's not gonna happen. Simple.
Yes. Yeah.
So yeah.
I would do the same thing.
So is it the,
Because
the
you see,
huh?
yeah. Because you see, currently, I do, think that many people nowadays are, mentally, how can I
Sick.
say,
You're right.
mentally
Not
sick.
right. Not
Yeah,
right up
mentally
in the head
sick.
office. Yeah.
Yeah. You see, several days ago,
Mm,
I drove to work, like on 7 o'clock in the morning,
mm,
and the that day it was quite sunny.
mm,
The sun is quite sunny. So I drove my car and there is, the light. There is the red light.
there was a red light.
You
Okay.
see, so I have to, yeah, there was a red light,
Mm,
so I have to stop my car, right? But
mm,
the crossroad, maybe I have like there was 10 meters, for me to park my car, away from the crossroad because,
mm.
if I drive nearer, I drive closer to a crossroad, there's sun and, it's really hot. It was really hot.
Right.
So I drive like 10 meters away from the crossroad so that, I can park my car,
In the shade.
under the
Hmm.
tree shade. So I didn't think you know, I did this wrong because there was the red light and I have to stop my car.
Right.
But there was a bus. There was a bus behind me, and the driver just horn the uh horn the hawk.
Yeah. Honk the
Is that
horn.
right? Horn the
Mm,
hawk. Yeah, horn the horn, right?
mm.
He just keeping honing the horn, and I told the driver that there was, it's quite sunny, so I parked here so I can stay in the shade. And there it was the red light. No matter,
Yeah.
where
If
you park
even
your
if you
car, you
go
have to stop.
a few feet forward, you can't. You're not going through. So
Yeah. And the driver, he just stepped back, stepped out of his bus and
start.
yelling to me
Yeah.
that you must drive the car to that crossroad. So I
That's
think
crazy.
it was ridiculous. Okay, so if I did, as he requested to park the car, at the crossroad,
There would be no
and I
difference.
have still to stop my car.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was no difference. And just, it just make yourself
See, that's the thing.
much hotter.
You're right, absolutely right. There are some people in this world, they're not happy, and they're always trying to make other people miserable. Like, let's
Yeah.
see how I can make that person unhappy. Just because I'm not happy,
Yeah.
I want to make sure that he's not happy too, or she's not happy too. In that mode, a lot of people are there
Yeah,
in
he
that mode.
wants,
That's very, yeah,
he wants, he wants the world to, to turn
yeah,
in the way
he
he
wants.
wanted.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I don't see any difference, between, parking my car like 10 meters away from the
You were
crossroad
logical.
and, park the
He was
car at the
illogical, but he
crossroad.
was trying to impose things on you. That's it.
And he would just won't understand, try to understand
Trust me,
you.
these
If
type
he
of people
try,
are everywhere. These type of people are everywhere. Whoa, can you hear me? Yeah,
yes,
these type
yes.
of people are everywhere. Yeah, wherever you go in this planet Earth, they're there. Can't help it.
So, yeah. So, yeah, sometimes you do have to protect yourself really well in case, some mentally sick people
You
might
know,
do something bad to
to
you.
be honest, I'm a bit afraid to go out in the world nowadays as I was. Uh, I mean, I'm not as
Hmm.
brave as I am as I was like 20 years ago. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
20 years ago when I was in my 20s,
because
25,
you have,
30s, I'm like, what? Hey, come on, let me see what you got. But now, with so many crazy
I think
people out there, I gotta think carefully, and before I say or do anything, I gotta
yeah,
assess the entire
yeah,
situation before I get into anything. So,
yeah.
so that's something.
So sometimes when you think deep, into this question,
Yeah,
you might, lose your confidence in life. So
exactly,
to
exactly.
some people, yeah, some people, something bad happens to them, so they just want to, how can I say, lose their temper
Correct.
to revenge the society,
Exactly.
to, yeah,
Oh
to,
yeah.
how can I
Right.
say, to let out, yeah, to
Their
let their
rage
anger
and
out
anger. Yeah.
onto somebody innocent.
Innocent. Yep.
You know, several years ago, there is there was a guy,
Hmm.
he was fired by his company,
Hmm.
and he lose all the confidence in life,
Hmm.
in himself. So when he went, went past when he passed by a primary school,
Hmm.
so he thought, okay, so he saw, those students, coming out of their classroom after class.
Hmm.
So he thought, why everybody is so happy
Exactly.
except me? Yeah. So he just wanted to make other people as unhappy as he was.
Yeah.
So he took a knife and killed, dozens of the pupils.
Wow.
You
See,
know,
see,
the
that's
pupils,
dangerous. What can you do?
yeah,
What if your kid or my kid was there? That's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of world that we're getting
that's
into nowadays.
crazy.
Yeah.
So crazy. That was so crazy. You know, if for a normal person, I wouldn't think a normal person would do such of horrible things to pupils, to kids.
No, no, no.
Kids,
This is
they
abnormal. I think every
they just
country
cannot
should have a
fight.
system so that the government should make the citizens go through I don't know, a mental evaluation thing or something like that to keep the balance in
Yeah,
order because there are tons of people out
yeah,
there who are walking around with sick minds and stuff like that. You never know what they're gonna do any moment. You know what I mean? So there are
uh-huh,
people like that, and in every country. That's alarming. Especially when
yeah,
especially I'm more scared because I travel. I'm like I go to different
uh-huh,
countries. So that's and I see things that normal people don't see. You know what I'm saying? Usually.
yes,
So
yeah,
a person who never left America, the country, wouldn't have the ideas and kind of wouldn't be seeing the things that I've seen. When I travel
mm-hmm,
to Asia, when I travel to Europe, or in other parts of the world. So
yeah,
it's more concerning to me. My mind works, like that than other average Americans. So anyway,
yeah,
trying to take one step at a time, one day at a time.
yeah. So, yeah, there is a saying that, your mind, your
Yeah,
soul, or your body, one of them have to be on the way.
yeah,
Right? Yeah. So,
exactly.
either to go sightseeing,
Hmm.
or, just to, go reading a book,
Yeah, you gotta feed
to imagine things
yourself
more.
through recreation. Yeah,
Y-
recreation
y-
is needed
Yeah.
to feed your mind.
Uh-huh.
Well, I
Yeah,
hope
so
you
I
stay
really
safe.
hope,
Yeah,
yeah, I really hope, the COVID-19 thing might get over quickly,
yeah,
soon, get over soon,
really.
so we can, resume travels,
Our normal
you know.
behavior, our normal work, regular
Yeah.
life.
Before the COVID thing, I decided with my husband that,
Mm,
our family should visit Japan,
mm,
but after the Tokyo Olympics, you
mhm.
know, was over, we decided that might, we might never visit Japan again.
Right.
This country is too mean. This country is too mean.
Yeah, you guys
You
have a history
see,
with Japan anyway
have you
from the
read?
very beginning.
Yeah, yeah, nothing about the history, it's, nothing about history. It's just the matters, what they do during this Olympic, the
Mm,
Tokyo Olympics. I wouldn't think a country should do things like that. Have you read about, what the Japanese have done during the Olympics? They put, the swimming. You see, there is a competition, about swimming. How can I say it? it's a long distance swimming.
Yeah.
So you have to swim in the open water.
Right.
So the Japanese, they, they decided that this competition should be held, you know, during the bay. But the bay in Japan is, the water in the bay was deeply contaminated
Yeah.
by the industry water, by the how can I say, daily life water.
Mm.
The athletes, they after the
They got
finish.
sick. Hello.
And for
Uh-huh.
the table tennis competition,
Right.
they just make the how can I say, make the court smaller than normal,
Hmm.
and they just have set rules that you cannot touch the table, you cannot touch the ball. Many athletes, many
Hmm.
professional table tennis players, they would like do
Yeah,
this
yeah,
to the ball
yeah.
before they start.
Right, right.
So the Japanese just banned the rule. Okay. So and also for the um gym, for the gym,
Right.
yeah, many things.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
that
this
shouldn't.
this whole COVID thing changed a lot of way of doing things around the world. So,
Yeah. Okay. I I guess time's up. See you next time. See you next week.
yeah, yeah. You stay safe. You stay sound.
Luck, lucky.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
Stay
stay lucky.
lucky. Yeah, you
Yeah,
too. You too.
yeah. Nice to see
Bye
you. Nice
bye.
talking to you. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
too.
Take care. Bye bye.
Bye.